Not seen it. We could see some big surprises, big upsets. The invited teams may well be bowing out early. But here we go, the final round of Miramar today.
Forever.
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 Until we reach the finals on the 28th of February.
That's going to be a good one. I mean, looking at the top teams right now, the top performers, I should say, in the European side, and then looking at how a team like Shoot to Kill were performing last night on the NA side of things. And I know there's a lot of fragging power coming out of the LATAM region as well. Not even to mention, I mean, Atletico.
Yeah.
This is going to be an aggressive grand finals. Like, teams are going to be hunting massively.
Yeah, I don't think teams can get away with the widespread splits like we saw Liquid doing, obviously, with the 1-1-1s. You know, they're just losing a play here, losing a play there. I mean, let's face it, Mexi didn't expect Pog to just all in on Picado when the circle had clearly shifted to Power Grid. They were like, what are you doing? But which is a classic. We talked about this before, right? How many times people say it. But you guys at home, don't forget, there are dailies that happen at GLL. Get yourself in there. You can win your money. Compete at playgll.gg and you'll check out just about everyone you see streaming is playing GLL dailies.
And everyone you see in this game right now have most likely played dailies at some point.
Yeah, absolutely.
And probably still do.
Yeah. Revive coming in for
Zampeak. That's what you get for
just a small knock there. Los Leones.
Circle
has gone this way though, by the
up
way.
In the air somewhere. Hit a crane and then doink.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think we're gonna get it again? Do you think?
Don't even. E-man, I know it's me and you.
Do you
I know we have a city pull to
happen.
us somehow. It could easily happen. Do you want to though? Do you want to go through that 17 minutes of play-by-play casting nonstop?
It's great. It's great. Hey, look, we can both cover this. No
that
problem.
is true. Now that we're both here,
we can nail it.
It's not too scary. But this circle does open up for a whole hell of a lot of options in terms of where the next one's going to go.
From a points perspective, obviously inside games we just saw. Obviously they are going to knock guy back up, but they are the center point team along with Exalt. Now they're literally the barrier, 8th and 9th place teams that are searching for it. Everybody else, I mean, FaZe got this really wide spread down the south side. Fuzzy's miles away from the rest of his team, actually almost near T-Bone at the moment.
Yeah, they've done that split plenty of times before with Eastern Plains. It's they scare away very easily because they know how split they are. They don't take fights.
H is going all the way over to the side. So are we going to end up right? Okay, so there's a number of places with this circle. It could either be the whole Bendita side, right?
Yeah,
we've had it so many times up there. Los Leones, which we rarely get, so I would say probably not going to happen. I would say more likely the warehouses, like Los Leones sort of way that way out there, or we could shove it all the way back over to the western side and go to the sort of churchy area.
Yeah, I have 4 endings that I can, like, off my mind, go, these happen more often than not. Your church endings.
Yep.
You have your just northeast of La Bendita, that compound up there, just south of Minas.
Yep.
Then you have your south, where Omarken and Exalt are fighting right now, like the south side of that field. Trifle compounds down there. And then you have your north or west side Los Leones circles. It's very rare that we see this first circle get followed by southeast shit.
Yeah, they're banking on the Trifle compound. They've already sort of headed that way. Yeah.
It magnets over there more often than not, so it makes perfect sense.
They've gone Trifle. Exalt are in the compound to the south of Bendita, but yeah, you're talking about the one that's just north. Team Liquid won from it the other day.
Yes,
if I'm not mistaken, sort of magnetizes that way, as you're right to say. We will find out. There's a long way to go. There's a lot of teams in the north, though, with the playing the way it was. There's a lot of teams that have got to try and pick a path that's safe and figure out the best route in there. Most teams won't be centering based on the fact that Los Leones is the majority of the center sort of circle in the south side, which will crowd the northern horseshoe effectively all around Los Leones.
And that's the main issue. If you go even further up north to the circle, like north of Minas right now, we still have 4 teams. And they are saying, okay, we're late. We're not going to go center, which means they'll stop by the edge of the white to wait for that new circle to pop. The teams coming behind them will then have to stop even further out. So if you're the last rotating team here, you're going to be miles out if you try and rotate to the northeast, which arguably with the plane path would be your go-to rotation route.
I mean, it suits the likes of Tornado and Navi. They're happy to play edge.
Yeah, for sure,
they're all about the edge game. FaZe are going to try and play as much along the coastline as they can and work their way in from the east side, it looks like. So they know that their backs are safe. That's how FaZe like to play. They like to have a clear back and just work their way in. So they have the safety of net effectively. Everything ahead of them is what they need to shoot.
I actually wouldn't expect 8C to push further in than where the bridge is, approximately, so that they know they have a perimeter of 3 kilometers on the south shoreline where they can then maneuver from, depending on where the next circle is going to. It's a very old G2 thing to do, or like if you look to Korea, it's a Gen G thing to do, where you take one side of the circle, this being the south for face, and you just wait. You hold it out and you say, next circle, great, now we have so much room to maneuver around. Because they've locked down a block of 4 square kilometers.
Well, Aduzi sees Nuki. Got him pinned in a shack, unfortunately, for Nuki. Play With Me's got the angle to shut the door, effectively. Nuki, I don't think you're going to last much longer in this one.
Ooh, he's trying to run forward, make it over to safety. Aduzi's been shot from behind. Yeah, exactly. Play With Me, trying to apply some suppressive fire. Yep, connecting a few there. It's going to buy his teammates some time and force. I think it's going to force him back down the hill, and Nuki again still trying to stay put, but for how much longer?
How much work is going into getting this single point right now? They will confirm it. Pokemoldo's gone down to the ditch now, so he's going to keep Jup6 at bay.
It's a 1v1. I was just going to say, it's a 1v1. It can go either way. There's no one to help either player. And that's Nuki finding an easy one. And this should be Team Unique just bailing. They tried, they failed, didn't work. Well, fight to live another day.
He's going to be so angry. So angry, Aduzi will be at that. I'm pretty sure the desk would have took some punishment from that one. That was, that's not good. There's a lot of damage going down onto this car right now. Misa could get the spray down. This could be him done. But they might get a second one. If he can get an angle, no, he's rolled it. He's rolled it. He's got to try and run away from this one. Poker's taking shots. And now Misa is not going to allow him to get away from this one. There's shots coming from behind still. And Misa will finish off. And that's a double for the Sauna boys. Good recovery from a team that was in trouble, surrounded, and managed to fight the way out.
Yep, trying to aggress their way forward, the Team Unique. But Sauna boys, they never over-aggressed. That's what I like to see. They knew that with Nuki in that building, as long as there's only one guy coming in, as long as Jupsi can try and contain them to some extent, Nuki has the firepower and the skill set to win that 1v1 against pretty much anyone in this lobby. And he did. I mean, there's no reason to go, oh no, we gotta crash him, we gotta help him. It's so chaotic. They controlled it all.
Which you will see from lesser teams. You'd see
they'll just overcommit to it. Exactly, and that's gonna get them killed.
Yeah, so many times we've seen that. Teams just going too far on that one. Welcome to South George. Just having a little look around the edge of Bendita, but
is that what you call power tapping?
Oh, there. Just putting it on the scroll wheel.
The old Counter-Strike 1.6. Who can shoot faster with the dual Berettas?
Welcome to South George now, tracking them on the Bendita crater. The other side. Oh no, that's going to be a head. Can he get the second spray down? That's going to be Jempty down low. Bear on bear action once again as Sampty goes looking for his twin down below. And this is the second time that he's actually going to catch his twin out off guard. And he will. And TSM, it's just all downhill for them, isn't it? I think this one may well be a write-off. I don't believe we're going to be seeing them at the GLL Season 4 finals.
Do you think that in the heat of the moment, that puts a little smile on his face when that happens, when he sees his brother's name in the kill? Or is he still focused enough to kind of ignore this, but just be a guy went down and killed him and then punches him? I think that answered my question. Thank you, Samsy. Thank you so much. I think that answered my question.
Oh, you're going to love it. It's a brother-on-brother punch.
Let's see where this one goes. Well, we're going into the crater.
You think it's going to go?
Yeah, wait, no, not Bendita, the southwest one.
Right, yeah,
so,
okay.
Like, between Blaze and Liquid.
Yeah. Right there. Right there. So that's great for Team Liquid. Let's see what teams outside the top 8 could benefit from this. Obviously, inside games, they're down the south side if they can work their way up safely. Na'Vi. Welcome to South George, have a big old swing. Na'Vi, now they're a long way out in the points, and they do have Team Liquid ahead of them, so it's going to be a tough one. But this whole eastern side is so congested that the likes of, I'm thinking Exalt that are in 9th place, they have such a hard run ahead of them now that it's going to be very hard to see them in the top 3.
Navi is scouting into Picado right now, but I think best of luck. Yep, here it come, but he was silent, pulling up on the bucket. Bullets connected, but no, not coming in. He has to back off now as well, having other teams shoot towards him. This is, I would expect to see Navi at some point soon push Picado when they realize there's no one there. Because this is for, like, there's no reason, if you're planning a rotation, and this is where Navi is usually really good at this, there's no reason to say, oh, we only play Edge, let's play Edge on this one, if you have a chance to go one step further. Like, if you can play Picado now, and you can get a 300-meter shorter rotation next circle, that is going to be amazing for you.
Gustav's creeping in. Nailip saying, nope, we're going to move away from this one. Fuzz had got the off angle at the side there. James has found a member of Besiktas, I think that was, that just went down. Sorry, it's Blaze he caught out. Actually, not Besiktas. They're taking shots onto Besiktas. Nailip has stayed. I don't know if that's because his vehicle's not ready to go or whether he just took a hit from Fuzz, but either way, Monkey is there as well now. So we may well be seeing them fighting.
I don't think any of these guys are aware that there's still people in this compound. The way that 8C is pushing on, 8C is always very, very schematical about.
He sees the car on the slope.
He's very, very good at always making sure to clear compounds. Like, he never makes those type of mistakes. And with the way he's running around right now, that's a clear sign to me that they are not expecting anyone to still be down here.
He just scouted the car on the hill.
Yeah, so they'll think, oh, he drove away and he's up the hill now. They won't be expecting Nailop or Monkey to be still around here.
Yeah, I guess.
You see Gustav driving around in the open like this, them running around in the hills, they have no clue that they're here.
But they don't want the compound either, so they're just going to try and pull away from that. Fuzzy's trying to find a better position. He's on the road. Gustav's going to go help him out. Yeah, look, they're all completely looking the opposite direction. Nobody's even remotely.
If you're Nailop right now, you go to that Mirado, and you sit there and wait for them to come back and take it, because two guys just rotated out. They'll be going to that vehicle eventually, and that's when you get the kills.
Let's see what they do. Speaking of Picado, Navi did move into Picado, so they're on the edge of Picado now. TSM up on Minas Generales. They have Unique in behind them as Exalt try and reposition. It was Udir that Fuzz and Gustav were trying to flank around, so these two just feeling each other out. But like you say, Nailip could be the fly in the ointment for FaZe Clan. Not that they need the points, but Exalt absolutely do. At the moment, it is far from safe for them. They're in the 9th place position. If they continue around the Bendita crater, they're going to be bumping heads with TSM.
Also, now we didn't put much thought into it, but that knock that Mexi got onto one of the Blaze players that James finished off, that gave them that center compound in the crater. He knocked him, James pushed into it, and they got the kill off of it. That is actually a really, really good spot to get off of just getting one knock. Let's see. Yep, that's one is going to send up. We're going to go away from the southeast, meaning James should find himself in the middle of the eye of the hurricane, I guess you say, right?
Well,
eye of the tornado in just a short moment.
The eye of Sabine, so I think that's where I'm going to be in tomorrow.
Hopefully
I'm going to try and fly to Germany.
Not.
Well, the eye is the clear part. That's the,
that means you have to get into that eye.
Yeah, you have to hit the hard part, yeah. He's up, and away.
Yippee.
Monkey lands safely. Couple of shots from FaZe, and Exalt do disengage from this one into Bendita. It does mean that FaZe Clan will probably rotate further south. He won't continue to go straight into the back of Exalt. They'll try and wrap around. It may bump them into Omicron or continue further round. Welcome to South George. Trying to find a spot. Oh, it's DA. They're crashing. They see James. James is all alone. He has got the crossfire position, and James is like, nope. Here comes the crash, boys. DA are in.
Loving the disengage here. There's absolutely no reason for him to stick around there. The thing is, James needs to get all the way up on that hill because he can't sit around on the in the bottom if there's a team on the northern side where the Sauna boy is pushing up right now. And he does manage to get away. Great play there, Mixie. Does go down, but fortunately now he has James right next to him, so he should be able to get him back up on his feet.
Yeah, the revive instantly there. Navi tried to flex north, and they may catch TSM off guard as they rotate round. That shot will give Brexco all the warning he needed. But again, they're in no man's land. FaZe Clan, they continue south, so they're behind Pog at the moment on the edge, on that big hillside position of Los Leones, so they'll be climbing up the back of the hill and coming down and seeing, well, certainly hearing the vehicles, actually, as soon as Pog get in them. TSM just down to 2, losing Fex and Jempty earlier on. It's not been a good day, a good weekend for them.
No, it really hasn't. That's the interesting thing to me, because I'm trying to put a finger on where it is that they've fallen in the past. I've seen their scrims and things going pretty damn well. Yeah, that and also just...
They've barely made it into the top 10 at any point. It's always been rotates, early game rotates.
That's the thing, they run into engagements early with teams that they've played against time and time again. That's what makes me wonder if it's them trying something that they didn't do in scrims, or if it's other teams maybe just changing the timings a little bit, which is catching them off guard. Because it's true, they have been caught out early pretty much every single game.
Yeah, I mean, well, they're 49 points I think they have at the moment, so way, way, way down the table. Long, long road ahead of them to try and pull something off, and this is not looking likely with, what, 4 games remaining after this one, unless this duo can do something mega here. I highly, highly doubt it with the way their circle is currently sitting.
If you say they don't, then you know they're going to make it, right? That's like that's the effect you have on GLL tournaments,
the
right?
commentator's curse, yeah.
Is that a curse then, or is it a blessing when you say they won't make it if they do make it?
It's a curse for me. It's a blessing for them, I guess. Yeah.
Curses caster's blessing. Oh, we can give those too.
I'm going to go out and say it. TSM are not going to make it. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, I guess also James is not going to be in the center anymore.
So get TSM editors, get ready. Get their clipped out. Get ready to go. If anything mega is
going
to
happen,
happen.
you know. I mean, that one's going to happen. Let's see Navi.
Sadly for TSM, they were the ones that fell last time with the GLL Grand Slam with the Knights making a mega performance. It was poor old Gustav and co that were just sat there devastated. What just happened today?
Yep. They thought they had it. Let's see Michael and Braxco. You only have one place to go, and that's straight into the mouth of this Navi team sitting ready and waiting for you.
And that's Michael down. Braxco is right next to Grenade, so he's forced to back away, and Tab will find him.
16th place, 0 kills team. SOLOMID are struggling.
Yeah, it's not a good tournament for them. Yupsik just on the edge. Over in Bendita Crater, well, it's a bit messy, isn't it? After all, they have Exalt pinned. Omicron also on the other side of the crater. I don't think Exalt can get out from this one. FaZe's choice to wrap around down the south seems to be the best option. We'll see, because they've got a long way to go themselves. I wonder if they're going to keep on wrapping around the south.
Not only do they have a long way to go, but there's absolutely nowhere
to go,
that circle. I mean, there's no entry point that makes sense. The only places you can go in has 8 teams on it.
We're 55 alive right now, and there's
absurd.
No way 55 people will fit around the edge of this crater.
This
is going to be pretty messy. Monkey's down. Exalt trying to send it. Nailip's going to go straight into Vard, so he'll probably get caught out in a moment. There we go. Instantly shown. Thank you very much, observers. FaZe are sending it. They're going straight into Blaze, into the center area, and seeing what they can do. Are they going to continue past? I do not know. It's FuzzFace trying to send it. They're going to go past. Welcome to South Georgia. They want the dip.
Yeah.
It is semi-safe with Iro and Samty nearby. Iro cooking that nade already.
Uber running around in the open as well. That nade's going to do some damage to the vehicles. They might not be up for grabs any longer, but they are in a spot which they can easily play from. Samty, though, able to find Uber, get down the first, finds the flush on him as well. So that's FaZe down to 3.
Miraku's been caught by Danimon though, so they're not completely clear. They're in a wide 2-2 split here, so there is only 2 members of Welcome to South Georgia at the moment, but they have the positional advantage. They don't have anyone really shooting them in the back. FaZe Clan in the dip, just trying to figure out where everything is coming from. They've realized now they have all guns trained that direction.
I'm actually surprised that FaZe managed to make it through there with 4 alive, because I saw 4 teams shoot at them. When they tried to commit to that compound, Blaze weren't in a position to fight them. I think I saw 8C shoot twice and tag Lipson up, who would have been the player to go out and start shooting at them early when they came driving. So when he goes, I hit a guy twice, he's healing, now is our time. They sent it, and it worked out perfectly.
Exalt, by the way, pushing out of the crater. They've caught Omicron completely hot-footing it down the hill. They've taken 2 down, I believe, already. Meanwhile, Pog, they're trying to send it. They're going to have to find, well, that's not really the dip they were after. They kind of just pulled up and hope that it works out for them. Sherston's down, and the Blink Blaze will be able to pick up the rest of the kills here, as Pog will be in trouble. That nade, will it be close enough? Oh, Omicron down in 15th place. There's a sign for people to chase. Exalt picking the kills up as well. Udir with a big nade to finish it off. Welcome to South Georgia. They're trying to regroup. So if they can get in there, FaZe are in trouble. That's going to be 4 members of Welcome to South Georgia back together.
The fights are far from over, though. As I say that, they do wipe 1 more, so Team Unique out as well now.
5 kills and counting.
Yeah.
They are chasing. They're down in 9th place. They need all the points. After all, ahead of them, they could keep on looking. The circle shifts. FaZe Clan in a great spot at the moment. They still have the nades coming in from the dips from Welcome to South George, but the circle favors their position. It was a ballsy move, and it's paid off.
It's so impressive to see with a team like FaZe Clan how they manage to do these things, getting these circles. Let's see Kofest holding off Besiktas. Knocks coming in each way.
This is way down south as well. This is simply mutually assured destruction. Who can get the kills? FaZe and Welcome to South George trading blows again, but Fuzz and Gustav now down. You can see it's Samty making the push. 80 on nothing. He goes down. The hero play comes out from Samty, and now he's got to get the rest of his team back on their feet.
That's 2 knocks, though. Nates are coming in from the side. No, that's actually Iro crossing over. Okay, so it's the rest is coming in. Yeah, that should be okay.
He's fine.
That is a WTSG. in a situation knowing that, okay, so as soon as After All clears their side of the circle, they're going to be underneath us. There's still a team above us. If we don't deal with FaZe now, we will get picked apart.
12th place for Exalt. They did get the 5 kills, but it's not going to be placement points. With Inside Games still alive, crashing on the backside here of Blaze. They are the 8th place team that they Exalt were chasing. Now we'll see whether Inside Games can make it into the points. They've yet to really get their foot on the market in this game, despite the 3rd place in the previous matchup.
See them roll outside the wall. 3 kill down already. Lipson trying to hold the angle, but Sam Peak is there from outside. Finds the flush on towards him as well. We'll have a chance to push further forward, but as you can see, this area isn't even inside the next circle, so it's going to be a tough one for them to breach.
After All are coming to look at this fight as well. They're coming down from the north, so while Inside Games have a great edge against this wall, they're about to get caught from the right-hand side. Besiktas and Tornado Energy just over the other side as well, driving in over Besiktas. They had no chance there. Metabeat, the last man standing, trying to hang the angle, see if he can get anything around the side. He sees the shadow, gets caught by K-Mind on the right-hand side. That's going to give him pause for thought as he gets a big old sniff of that one and tries to crawl into the smoke.
Oh, he is right next to them. The rest actually managed. I mean, if he doesn't get a kill here, I'd be surprised. Let's see what's going to happen. He's outside of the smoke. No, he can go into the car for the memes. Just honk and put on some music, but nope, not going to happen. He's going to find the first one. Cumbert flushed immediately. One is on the other side, and that's going to be the end of him. Cumbert was taken down, but Millman manages to eliminate Besiktas.
Inside Games, they're going to get the kills on Blaze, but they will fall straight afterwards. Yeah. So while they got themselves secured points, it will keep them safe. Unless Pixelit can make it here. Gets inside the circle, has Tornado Energy, but they don't focus him. Instead, they choose to roll down because DA are taking shots on them, so they're forced to really cover off. And this might give Pixelit a little bit of a free chance to get more shots in the back. The circle, it shifts out of the crater. It goes to the northern side. Team Liquid, Na'Vi with a chance of big points in there up on the northern side. And the Sauna Boys, of course, who just got themselves a 2nd place a moment ago.
That rotation from Na'Vi through Picado sure as hell has paid off for them, given where they're sitting
Those
right
nades
now. Nate's thrown forward. They have this little funnel they're sitting in, and that, you know, is just going to make it even easier to connect them. Wait, as I say, that does get taken down, though. Vard able to connect one, and now I think Danimon throwing one back over. Or was it a smoke? I think it was an 8, but no damage done.
Tornado Energy coming in the backside of this fight. So whoever comes out on top, if it doesn't conclude quickly, we're going to see Melman getting involved. Here comes Alia. He's going to get Gusay. They're going to click all the points. Remember Tornado Energy, they're chasing down the top spot. Not it matters, they're safe and secure. All 3 of these teams at the moment are in the top 8. So it's simply a case of picking up what they can. Pixelic is following him behind. He's using Tornado Energy as a body shield to keep getting those placement points as we're into the top 7.
Tornado is one of those teams, said it in my preview as well, they live up to their name. They are a tornado. Once they see a fight, they don't leave that area without having done a hell of a lot of damage, and this is exactly it. Even if they go down here, they would have taken out 2 players of each team, and that's going to leave them super hurt coming into the final 5.
DA have successfully got out of the compound, and inside there is still 2 in a vehicle that Team Liquid are peppering at the moment, so they may get that down, but look at Pixel continuing to creep on behind them and keep on the backside. 2 Tornado Energies ahead of him, 2 after ult as well. Welcome to South George. We're obliterated within that barrage.
Let's see, Serong wants to get the flush. No rest has come in. He knows there's a knock on the other side of the rock, and he kind of wants to commit to it, but don't want to expose himself too much. Pixel still crawling forward. Liquid still up with 4 as well. They have a few kills so far, but hasn't been anything massive. Now finally Pixelic. He's announced his presence, and he does go down immediately after.
Instant he goes down, but he got a kill. Another one secured there, 7th place. So the placement points, while Exalt did get those 5 kills, I think he's going to be instantly counted by what Pixelic just did there. To collect that kills. Example will find Zerong, so Danimon and Example, the last sort of 2 standing for Tornado Energy. And after all, as Alea gets executed, Misa in the center. The Sauna Boys getting slowly surrounded by Team Liquid, Digital Athletics, and Na'Vi in the north.
I want to keep an eye on DA here, because this is where the former DA would get to. They would get inside top 6, they wouldn't have any kills at this point, and this is when they would fall apart, because they did not have the fragging power to deal with the big boys that were remaining. And all that, and also usually back in 2019, early 2019, they wouldn't have the fragging power to take this fight to Liquid, take it to Sauna Boys, take it to some of these teams that are still alive. Now, as we talked about yesterday with Infralius and Smash Bay added to the roster, I want to see them, with a circle here as well, going out and winning this game.
Yeah, Metralius really impressed me in Phase 3 of PEL. Certainly the shining player of the team that we weren't expecting, honestly, with obviously Ira stepping aside. Na'Vi forced to make a move with his circle shift. Everybody else is pretty safe. Example and Danimon continue to try and hunt each other down. This little duel that's been going on for quite some time. Sixmo may get a part of it. If he comes over the top of that hill, he should have a relative vision on Example's back. He's still hopping and looking for Danimon, so close to seeing that backpack.
So there somewhere, just about getting the angle. DA, they're splitting out on the south side, trying to take some control. I think it was Mert getting tacked up by Mex, and then you can see Na'Vi as well. Can't really figure out which side of the hill they want to push up from.
Trying to see which is the best. Senya's just had a look and didn't fancy it. Tab's almost tripping over Jeems. Danimon still sits and waits. Both of these outside the circle. Example's deciding to work his way in, and Sixmo's looking to see who's going to come out of the blue and try and catch them both off guard. And that's going to be Tab found out, and Team Liquid may well have a prime position. DA still with 4 alive as well, but Na'Vi, they were the team that needed the points here, not Team Liquid. And losing that player now has probably cost them a top position.
You gotta give kudos to Liquid, though. They had very similar to last game. Jeems in an off position early, and when DA pushed in, he was able to get away from there. Blazer was able to get away early. Kemba, that's unfortunate. Does go down, and that's gonna leave Senya. That's the last remaining player for Na'Vi, and you would have to think that Liquid's gonna look for him.
Nuki just took down both top fraggers from PL Phase 2. Took down a doozy earlier on, and now he's just took down Kemba. Both in effectively one-on-ones is what they were. Timmy, that nade just rolls over his head.
Bounced over
the discipline to sit and hold that angle. Doesn't work out for him. Will go down eventually, but he got himself a knock in the process on Jeems. Team Liquid should be able to get him back on his feet. There's plenty of time. Danimon's backed away, but Senya's sort of ahead of him. Meanwhile, Example's had to turn and face DA down on the south side. There's Senya going for the peek, and he gets the knock on K-Mind.
Great shooting coming in. Almost able to flush him out too. Nope, not going to happen. Senya, though, committed too much to it. Got found in the end. Danimon able to take him out. And we are down to 5 teams left alive. But we still have 3 solos. That is going to prevent so many placement points for some of these teams. Seeing 11 people in the kill feed, knowing there were 4 alive on your team, you're expecting to get top 3 here.
Yeah, 3 solos with the 2 4-man squads. Looking to not trip up over them.
Exactly.
Mexi continuing to go and peek against Smash here. Looking to try and hold the angle. K-Mind and Cope, they've taken the northern side. Nuki's still lying in wait. Danimon, an example, once again trading blow. This has been going on for about 5 minutes already between these two. Looks like Danimon's finally going to lose out here, but Example hasn't really got the cover that he needs. Danimon can back away and fade in towards Team Liquid.
He's found a little dip there. He can chill around in. Jeems down again, but fortunately, Ibiza there to trade the kill.
They got another knock. See, now DA should try and pounce on that.
You would have to think so, right?
Yeah.
They know that they're wounded. They know that Jeems is down for the second time, so they have to commit to the rest early if they want to get him back up on his feet. But DA, they're playing the backside. They are shooting over towards Mexi, but no damage being done.
Yeah, they're hearing the shots and the action that's happening is continuing to happen over on this far eastern side, and Team Liquid now moving in to get involved in this one. They want to get a piece of Danimon.
DA wants to get the Liquid wants to get the north side here. They want to get the dip. You can see K-Mind and Ibiza, they're right next to each other. They want to push forward, take out Danimon, and
DA
get
are going to get caught. They're running over the top. It's just made no sense. They just pushed openly over the top to try and get Example down, and sure enough, Sixmo gets caught off. They are going to try and stick the revive, but that gives the positioning away for Team Liquid. They know where they are now.
Yeah, that, and also, knowing exactly how to play it. They know exactly where, literally every last player in this game is, and that's where Liquid becomes scary when they start. Like, when you give them additional information, that just makes their opportunity to outplay you that much harder.
And their position is exactly where the center is. Team Liquid have it.
Exactly.
DA have to make this open run now. Their moment to win this game was seemingly when the knock came in on Team Liquid. Danimon is still causing problems. Example's now coming over the hill, so we should see Danimon back any second now and finally finish off this battle. Danimon, Danimon comes out on top against Example. He's got next to nothing left in terms of armor. It's all in tatters, but he comes out alive. And after all, we'll get themselves another 3rd position here. K-Mind should be able to find him here. Danimon's healed up, but he sees the head peek out. And if there's a knock comes in here, this is where DA have to strike, but that nade's going to cause some damage. And Danimon is now in problem territory. The blue is right on DA's back. They all have to peek the hill.
He's going to get one more first hit off. It's off now, and that's the last med he's going to be able to use. K-Mind knows exactly where he is in that rock, and While this one might not be on him. Oh, it is. It's right on him. He's going to go down now. Yes, he does. 4v4.
DA are pushing. They've got to have a hope there's a wall of smokes there, but K-Mine's off angle now. Could be massive. He's going to come around the side. He should see Sixmo straight away. That nade's riding towards Metralius. He's going to get around the side. Oh, that's a massive chunk of damage coming off him as the circle continues to force DA into the grinder of Team Liquid.
4v4 still. No one daring to go full on aggro here. DA living off of their smokes, but they're only going to last them so long. They will have to make the push eventually. K-Mine spots one more cross east, and now it's Metralius going down. 4v3.
EBC's another, can't manage to catch him, but smashes down, so DA down to 2. Mert looks for the kill, but he can't get it. Mexi will get him down. Sixmo the last man, and Team Liquid make it easy in the end. 9 kills and counting for DA. The moment was about 5 minutes ago when the